Hello, good day. So the question is, how can the elderly improve their memory? Dr. Petermann, what do you think about that?
I'm glad you asked that because a lot of people are warehoused when they're older. They're forgotten, they're stuck into a facility somewhere, they're drugged up or whatever. But if you're lucky enough not to be in that kind of situation, let's say you're only in an assisted living center or you're not quite there yet, but it's going to be obvious that in the next 2 or 3 years you might be going that direction. It's really important to start thinking even a lot earlier about how can I make sure that the brain is functioning properly. And the elderly have a very, very serious problem that most other people do not have. And that problem is emotional isolation. Matter of fact, today I met an individual who was 98 years old and was present in the World War II in the Pacific, and he saw a lot of combat. And his aircraft carrier was attacked by the Japanese Zeros and some of the suicide bombers that they had at that time. And he was relating some of the stories. If I had to guess how old this man was without knowing he was in the military, I would have said at the most he's 80 years old. 98 years old. And I found out he volunteers, he has great grandchildren that he takes everywhere, he drives, he doesn't even wear glasses. I mean, this guy was a fountain of youth. I absolutely couldn't believe it. There's not a frail bone in his body. And I'm thinking, my gosh, this is amazing. But you have to think for a minute. What is his life like? Virtually every person that he ever grew up with is dead. Most all of his friends who are in the military are dead. Everybody who he ever knew that is his age now, would be his age now, 99.999% of those people are gone. So what does he do? He makes new friends. We were talking like we'd known each other forever. He says, I love making new friends. That man will see 105 or 110 very easily because he doesn't isolate himself. He lives by himself. He has friends who come by, but they're new friends. They're people that are my age. There are people Dave's age that come by that love this man. They love to come and talk to him. Social isolation kills more people mentally than anything else, the elderly. So if we can remember that there are people in nursing homes and facilities that the greatest gift that you could possibly give these people is a moment of your time. Just volunteer a little bit. Go talk to them. These are amazing human beings. They've got stories to tell. Unbelievable stories to tell. You know what happens? The mind wakes up and they get excited. They want to tell you things and you're there to listen. And they're re-energized for the next day or week or month because they've thought of things they hadn't thought of in years. And that's stimulating the memory of people who are elderly. So along with quality of hydration, quality of sleep, quality of exercise, and removal from social isolation, the elderly can have a much richer life. And if you have a great aunt or a grandfather or great grandfather that's tucked away somewhere, please don't forget them. These are amazing people. Matter of fact, take along your smartphone and record some time. Set it on little, these little tiny tripods. Sit in the corner and just have a conversation. It's something that you're doing for them, but it's also something you're doing for you. What a gift to your kids someday. that this was great grandpa whoever or great grandma. This memory thing is really, really amazing. My father-in-law would recall things when we would talk with him. He lived to 96. He's the same age as this man because this man's 98 and my father-in-law died 2 years ago. So they're identical in age. And the beauty of seeing this man's eyes light up when it's, oh, we did this, or we did this. And we didn't know that he did those things. And our lives were enriched. His mind was like a steel trap. It was amazing when he was remembering these kind of incidents. So what can you do to improve the memory for the elderly? Quality food, hydration, exercise, and a little of your time. Until next time, this is Jerry.
And David.
We look forward to talking with you. I hope these ideas are something that you can put into play in your life. This is something that could be an enrichment for you. It certainly could be an enrichment for others. So, as we say, be well.
Be well.